So of course, right as I go live, yard guys get here. So anyway, you guys are going to have to listen to how loud the yard guys are doing my yard. So anyway, we got a pair of shears, and we got a pair of thinning shears. And the young lady who I'm sharpening for brought me a ponytail. Look at the size of that ponytail. That is insane. So we're going to test them. Real human hair. You can see it's pushing. They're cutting, but it's not cutting real well. So these are beveled edge Kais. And we're going to test these. And I can feel a little pull right there. There's a little pull in there, so we're going to do that. But how do you like the size of that ponytail? So you guys that are sharpeners out there, ask your stylist to save you ponytails. If you need human hair, is what you need. So sorry about all the noise. I hope we have sound. But we're going to have a lot of background noise, I know that. I'm not going to move the camera because I'll jack it up. But I'm going to do a wet tissue test over here to the left because I want to see where it's hanging, and that's a good way to see where it's hanging up at. So yeah, the guys are doing the yards. Hey Chris. So it's pulling right in here, and I can see a little bit of, and it feels crunchy too. We'll go to those in a minute. Let me put up the fuzzy stick, the deburrinator. Trying to get my dust collector to work here. Yeah, of course. As soon as I start something, the yard guys come. I've lived in this house 25 years, and I've never cut the yard. When we moved here, our first house we lived in for 10 years was on a golf course, and I was too cheap to hire somebody to do it. And so for 10 years, I cut the grass, edged around everything, and you had to cut the backyard a certain way because the homeowner association, the golf course, had rules. So you couldn't do half one day and half the other. What am I doing? So when we moved to the new house, we had to get off the golf course because the kids couldn't even play in the backyard. And my wife was too scared to let the kids play. And she's like, we got to get off the golf course. And so she bought this house. She found it and bought it. I was working at the time. She was staying home with the kids. And I said, if we're not going to live on the golf course anymore, I'm not mowing the grass. And she was fine with that. So I gave away my snapper lawnmower and all of I had an old-fashioned edger. I had a blower. I had a gas weed eater. I had all the tools. And so when we moved into this house, I gave it all to my dad. And I've never cut the grass. I have not cut the grass in 25 years. I've never cut any grass in 25 years, and I'm proud of it. All right, I got have some alcohol. So I have a service that comes and cuts the grass. And it needed it this week, I'll tell you that. $24 people watching. Hit that thumbs up button. We're sharpening salon shears for a young girl that just dropped them off. She asked me if I could do them this morning. I said, I'll knock them out. I said, go to lunch. Come back in about an hour and I'll have them done for you. So that's what we're going to do. And I thought, I'm going to go ahead and do a video. And I can tell right there. It's very, can y'all see that or not? It's very worn and chewed up right there along that ride line. So that's what we're going to work first. And I'm going to check the set on that. That looks funny. The wave of the water looked funny. Looks good. The set is nice and even. It's not too bowed. Larry, I saw that you caught the tail end of my knife sharpening this morning. I only had 4 knives to do this morning. Somebody dropped off last night, so I wouldn't decide to turn the camera on. And I had another girl that was supposed to bring salon shears, and then I texted her at about 10 o'clock, and she said, "Oh, I just woke up." I said, "You know what? I got to be out of here by about noon today." So she wasted her morning. She lost her chance for today because I knew this girl was coming, and I need to be out of here noon, 12:30, 1 at the latest today. I've got another appointment at another salon, and I don't do the live streams at the salon. That's kind of I can't do that. There's just a nick in that blade. I can see it. There's just a little spot right there that I don't like. I'm getting it, but it's just going to take a little bit more. And this is where some of those guys with those CBN wheels, they'd get that fixed in just seconds compared to what I'm doing. I haven't bought into that yet. I did buy a CBN wheel for the ride lines. I just don't like it. I may practice on it some more. I may work on it in the future. I'm going to hang on to it for now. I bought the 600 and I should have bought the 1200. All right, I'm fine with that. Looks good. I repaired all the damage that was there. Oh, shoot. God damn it. Look at that. I just cut myself. I hadn't even sharpened it and I cut myself. Same kind of thing. That's why it's folding hairs. There's just a little damage right there on that ride line. You know, it almost looks, the nick is on both sides of the blade in the same spot. If this was a sewing scissor, I would think it was somebody cut into a pen. There was obviously something in somebody's hair, or they've been dropped, one of the two. But it'd be odd if it was dropped in the same, I guess no, I mean, they're not crossing over, so I don't know how they'd be on the same spot. I did check the set, looks good. The set's real nice on it. They cut. They just didn't cut well. They were pushing hair, and I can see the damage on the ride line and why it would be pushing hair with that damage. But still, there's just a little bit right there. We're supposed to get that dust starting today. And I walked this morning, and the moon did have a pink glow to it, like there was something in the air. It was a weird full moon this morning. If it was full, I don't know if it was completely full or not. A little bit of damage still. There's still a little dot that I can see in the refraction of light. And I can see my wave here getting better. If you look at when you're pushing the water back and forth on the stone, you can see where there's issues. A little bit more. Just little things that you learn by watching what you're doing and keeping that information in your head. Yeah, it's already, I saw on my phone. Let's see what it says the heat index is. It's 93 in my shop, 61% humidity with 5 fans blowing around. So there you go. Look at that. Our real field temperature 107. It feels like it. It is brutal today. I'm glad I'm going to the salons this afternoon, and I'll be inside instead of here in the shop. I think I'm going to be fine. I've got a nice ride line. I've cleaned up the damage. Now these are beveled edge. You don't want to convex a colored shear. You just want to polish it. Yeah, summer has come to the south, that's for sure. I'm just a hair off. I started at 60 degrees there. It's going to be about a 55. All right, here we go. I got a nice burr all the way up the blade. There we go. We're good. So no convexing. Looks good. I'm going to be using aluminum oxide polish. Looks good. All right, we look good. Now we're going to remove the burr. Push that burr over with that microfiber towel. And I still see something on that blade. It is brutal, Dale. It's hot in the South, man. Now I'm gonna have to look at this edge again because I saw something on there and I didn't like it, and I still don't like it. But I don't feel it. I'm gonna see how they cut. I may have to come back on this blade. I don't feel it, but I see something. I'm gonna have to go back over that. I can see it in the blade, and that's gonna catch hair. So we're going back. We're gonna stay at our same angle. Nice. It's looking good, Dale. It looks fantastic. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some material off. I don't like to do this, but I need to. There's just a little nick or something in this blade. God. Man, I hate doing it. I hate taking that much material off a shear. And I still see something there, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish it out and then see how it cuts. Hey guy, what's going on? I know we did it all last week, yeah, but we didn't do failure last night. Okay. Yeah. It's almost like there's a nick in there, and I'm just going to have to tell her. I'm going to give it back to her and say, "Hey, tell me how they're cutting," because it's going to have to be a lot of material to get that out. She's dropped them, or she's cut something with them, and put a little nick in it. And it's across. It was looked like it was across both blades too. We'll see. We'll see how it cuts. Yeah, I don't know what an MPC is. What are you talking about? Hey Jim, what's going on in Aurora? Is it Chilly Willy? I wish it was Chilly Willy here. See, this one has the same kind of nick, but it's not as deep. Yeah, the same here. We just talked about that. 107 heat index. Excuse me. 107 heat index right now. So this one doesn't have the nick as deep as the other one does. One set of disc, I usually get about. It depends on how bad the disc, the shears are. I think I'm on about 5 right now with these. But if you clean them, if you use like the cleaners to get the material off, it really extends the life of your pads for your disc out. Yeah, 6 or more. You know, it just depends on how bad the shears are. All right, I think I'm in good shape here. I'm worried about the other blade. I want to see how it cuts before I grind any more off of it. How hot is it in Guatemala? Probably got a breeze in Guatemala. We don't have any breeze here today. All right, looks good. We'll go back to the stones and we'll look and see how it's cutting. She's not going to see that. All she cares about is they cut good. And they were not cutting good. I mean, it's a micro thing on there. And I don't feel it on the nail test. And you can take sometimes you can take something like this. I don't feel anything. I just it feels fine. But I see something. Yeah, I think that the belt cleaner, isn't it a natural rubber product? I think. Yeah, that's the way it is here too. It's just There's no leaves moving. You know, I got big oak trees in my front yard and it's just dead air. It's just not fun at all, guys. That's why I'm going to shut down about 1 in the office and I'm going to go to a couple salons. At least I'll be inside. I got to go change clothes. Take a quick shower. I don't want to go into a salon. Well, 74 and rain sounds really nice. I wish I was in Guatemala. Yeah, they look good. They look really good. Well, I hope some of you will subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get this subscriber count up. My income is going up from the channel, but I've peaked subscriber-wise, and I know it's not the most interesting thing in the world. I'm not a creative content contributor. Hey, Jeff. I knew somebody was going to come in. As soon as I got off the phone with you, that girl came up to the gate. And I told her, go get you some coffee, get you some lunch or something, and come back. And I'm about to drop, man. I haven't had anything to eat since 5 o'clock yesterday. So by noon, and see, I still see something. I'm gonna see how they cut before I go back on these. Very frustrating. I didn't take the washer out. Make sure it's still in there. It is still in there. I didn't take it out. Feel smooth. No catch. I am starting to sound delirious. I am delirious. I usually eat it after 12 o'clock every day. We did 6 miles this morning with the dog. And this heat takes it out of you, man. Oh, man, they just cut great. There's a noticeable difference in how they're cutting from before. But it is pulling at the tip. I'm going to have to redo these. This is very frustrating. No, they're not either. Look at that. They're cutting crisp. I think they're fine. I'm not going to take any more material off of those. I'm going to buff it just a little bit. And I think, let me try them again on the wet tissue test. Now they're not pulling. So I had a micro burr still on there. So that's why sometimes if you just kind of go back to the polishing wheel a little bit, try it again. Let's do it again. Another type of hair. She gave me a bunch of different hair. No push there. I'm gonna cut myself. What I'm gonna do. I think she'll be happy. The stylist is the ultimate judge. We can sit there and play with this hair all day long, but I'll give it to her and say, hey, let me know if there's any issues. Because she definitely had a nick in that blade. I don't see any, I have no more refraction. I don't see the little nick anymore. There's a bee in the garage. Dog is chasing it. There's one. All right, it won't take as long on the thinning shear. Show you guys how I test a thinning shear if you haven't seen it before. I kind of do it the opposite direction here. I start with hair. And I can see right there. See, it should not hold on to that hair. And this will tell you these are end wraps. This will tell you where your problem lies. It should cut all the way through on both directions. And you can see, so up in this area it's worn. Somewhere right in here, this is where it's pulling at. This has got a screwdriver on it. This is a split screw. Now these are convex edge thinning shears. These are Cricut Rocket Dog shears. Is there not a washer on that? No, it's on that one. There it is. The washer's on that one. All right, so we're going to work the ride line first. You'll see you can see where this catches. I'm going to check the set on that because it looks funky. It needs a little set to it. But you got to be careful with these rocket dogs. They will break. All right, I added just a little set to it. Yeah, it looks better on the stone now. See how clean it looks? much cleaner. You see that? Do you see the ride lines? How pretty the ride line is now. So we've got that taken care of. Let's work this one a little bit. I'm just going to kind of feel, see if there's any place hanging. I don't see any odd refractions of light. We're going to work it just a little bit. Well, go have some fun painting in that heat. Don't get heat stroke down there in Florida. A little bit of hang right there. I'm going to work the pivot area a little bit more. That looks better. All right, let's go to the flat hone and get this over with. These are usually about 45 degrees. And they are. I should have a nice burr. My red's missing. And I do. I've got a nice burr all the way across the blade. And now we're just going to refine that. Whoop. We'll go back. I didn't convex. So light convex at that 600 grit. That looks good. I'm going to use a little water on this. I've got that pretty hot, I think. Larry, I am getting delirious. I'm about to pass out. Actually, I'm getting lightheaded. It is hot in here. Oh, that looks beautiful. This is going to cut great. Beautiful. So Bonnie and Bonica are having their sharpeners jam this week, huh? That's water. Doggone it. All right, so all we got to do is work this one a little bit. I had signed up for her online a couple of years ago and watched it, and the audio was bad. I know she's changed up the camera and stuff, so I didn't do it this time. I told her if she had another one in Cancun or someplace on a vacation island, I would go to it. Cliff Curry has talked about having one in Hawaii. I might go to that. Yeah, no kidding. I need an ice cream guy. They usually come by in the afternoons. All right, so we're good there. We're going to go to the fine stone and we're done. Beautiful. Let's work this one just a little bit, then we're going to ramp the teeth slightly. And we're done. And I'm going to go cool off and eat drinks. I'm going to drink something first. Now on these thinners like this, I like to ramp those teeth a little bit with a very fine emery board. Just a light ramping. And then your little brush. And we're ready to put back together. Make sure the washer's still on there. It still is. And I always hate these split screw. But I tell you what, using a regular screwdriver is terrible with the lack of dexterity that I have. And I found these at Summit Racing, and they're perfect for doing these kind of things. Good, nice control. Feels good. Still not cutting great though. Let's see how it does on hair. I think it's worse. This is the kind of day I'm having. Let's go back to the polisher. I may have a micro burr. I may have it too tight too. I think the tension is what I had wrong. It's not cutting great. So I went back and I hit it on the pad again. There we go. It's not all the way through, though. It's not catching. One more time. Get it right in the middle. No catch. She'll be happy with those. So on both of those shears, it was all about the micro burr that I left on there. I guess I'm rushing. I don't know why I'm off today or what, but that was the problem. So we're good. All right, guys. So Hopefully somebody will come back and watch this after the fact instead of just a few people online. We did 2 pairs in 45 minutes. Hey guys, have a great day. Jeff, Larry, Jim, if you're still on there, I think Dale bailed out. You guys have a great day. Take care.